Welcome back to Overdrive. We're on the special edition of the Auto Expo show, and today we've got a very special guest with us, none other than Adrian Sutil, Force India's #1 driver. Adrian, welcome to Auto Expo in Delhi.
Hi.
And nice having you here at the Overdrive stall.
Thank you.
So tell me, how's your experience been in Delhi so far?
Well, very good. In general, I like the country since I'm here, 2008. Coming here twice a year, so I always feel good. It's a new culture for me to explore. And first time though in Delhi. Here is a little bit different to Mumbai, but very nice. Now I know 2 cities, hopefully very soon a few more.
Yes, we could shortly be racing here in India as well in 2011.
Yeah, exactly. It's planned to have a race here. I think it would be a fantastic event especially for Force India. We would need like a home Grand Prix very soon, and let's see if it comes true. I think it would be a really good thing for Formula One.
Okay, so getting on to, how does it feel racing for a very flamboyant personality like Vijay Mallya and the Kingfisher, the Force India team?
It's a good, really nice thing to do, to work with him. He's a big personality and big personality in Formula One since the years he's in there. He's doing a lot of things, and the team is going well. His goals he has are really clear, so he's pushing really hard to do that. As a person, also a really nice guy. He likes the good times, as his slogan on the Kingfisher, the king of good times. So that's definitely what he is. He likes the parties. He's an open guy. He wants you to come, to his parties and just hang around. And that's so nice to have somebody like that in the team. And he's a great businessman. So yeah, I can't really find something better about him. He's a great boss.
So what is Adrian Sutil like when you're not a race car driver? Off the track, we've got personalities like Eddie Irvine and David Coulthard. These absolutely love the women. And then on the other hand, you've got Kimi Raikkonen, who's an absolute party animal. So what is Adrian Sutil off the track like?
Well, I love the women too. That's for sure. No, the time I have, I spend mostly at home. It's very limited, the time I have. And when I'm free, when I have a few days, I go home. Switzerland, really countryside, and that's where like my home is. And I feel well. I recharge my batteries. I get my energy back, and meet up with some friends, play maybe some piano, and that's fine.
Oh, so there is an alternative to you that, considering your parents are musicians, they're professional musicians as well, from what I've heard. So if you weren't a race car driver, would you be a musician? Or what would Adrian Sutil be if he wasn't racing?
I think something else. Yeah, I think I would be a stuntman. Stuntman for movies. I like the movies, and I like the action, so that's what I was missing in the piano. It was a bit too boring, so that's why I was looking for something else. I'm glad I found the racing. That's definitely my passion. But as I said, maybe after my Formula One career, I become a stuntman or go into movies.
Okay, so how has the road been to Formula One? Has it been tough and challenging? You've started off from karting and progressed slowly, going through several series of racing. In fact, from Europe to Japan. How tough has that been?
Well, it was a long career, of course, and I started with the go-karts when I was 13, and then I went on this ladder all the way up, step for step, and it was always hard to find somebody who support you, because it's a very expensive sport to start, so you need a lot of help and a lot of sponsors, and it's not so easy to get it. But I always had my goal clear in my mind, and I put all the effort in to convince the people that I'm the right one, and I'm glad I found finally my manager, who has helped me out a lot since the Formula BMW, and now we are a good team, and he took me into Formula One. I performed well, and like a combination, but it worked out really well.
Colin Coles, who helped you out a lot.
Colin Coles was a little step in my career, but my manager, who is now with me together 7 years, he's the one I would say thank you very much.
Okay, great. Adrian, you've raced with Lewis Hamilton in the same team in the Formula 3 Euro Series, and today You are also very, very close friends with him, best friends from what I've heard. Psychologically, does that create a barrier when you're racing against him at the pinnacle of motorsport in F1?
No, absolutely not. Somehow we can split those two parts. We are big competitors, but also very good friends, so we respect each other, and always when it comes on the racetrack, we fight really hard, but on a fair level. So let's say the last one I had in Monza, when I was next to him in the first row, it was nice. Like two friends in the first row in the Formula One race. It was a good story.
I guess this year will be a lot more competitive considering KERS isn't there, and you've got no refueling, all those regulations in place. So it will be a lot more competitive, won't it?
Yeah, it will be different. I think can be maybe a little bit more boring races because we are all on the same strategy. We have the same amount of fuel on board. Maybe only one more pit stop. But altogether, we're 26 cars now, so much more cars than last year, and there will be some action, definitely.
Okay, I've got just a couple more questions for you. Now, you've shown that you've got the drive, and you've shown that you've got the guts, and you've got the energy to go through and, get onto the podium. And I hope we see more of that this year as well.
Yeah, I hope so too. Last year was already the first step we did. In the second half of the season, our car was very competitive, and we did some great races, some great qualifications. That's where we want to continue. It's a very clear goal for the next season. Hopefully to be straight away in the first race in Bahrain, somewhere in the top 10, and score a lot of points.
Great. The last question would be, Michael Schumacher's back in Formula One. Are you expecting to see a lot more fireworks than this year?
I think it's very nice for Formula One to have him back, and I think there will be a lot of German fans coming to the circuit again.
Especially, yes, your homeland.
Absolutely, and especially now he drives for Mercedes. It was a dream from every German fan, so it came true. He's 41 now, definitely the senior, but he will be really, really fast, a big competitor, and I can't wait to race against him.